Hello, I'm your teacher Jeff, and today we are going to talk about English for special purposes. And the special purpose here is the language that they use in companies, industries, firms. There are positions. And here we are going to learn not only about these positions, but also some words that are used in companies, that are used in businesses. Repeat after me. Advertising.
Advertising.
Advertising includes all sorts of propaganda. Billboards, radio and television transmission. All these plus publications in newspaper, the media, all these are called advertising. Repeat. To back.
To back.
To back here means to give support. Some companies are backed by other investors, by other companies. Repeat. To beat.
To beat.
To beat. To beat the target. For example, the objective or the target, as they say in the company, is to obtain $10 million a year. Let's imagine that it's a big company. This is the target. And sometimes they beat the target. If the target is $10 million a year and they get $12 million a year, well, they have bet the target. Repeat. To delay.
To delay.
To delay means to be late, to come late, or to make something go slower. This is to delay. For example, if we are going to study 1 hour and 30 minutes here, but we stop to drink tea, we stop to talk, we stop to relax, have a break and relax, this is going to delay the class. We are going to finish the class later. This is what it means to delay. Repeat. Figure.
Figure.
Figure. Figure in other contexts have to do with image. But in business, figures has to do with numbers, the calculation and the total of the money they have made or the money that they have invested. The figures is the total, mathematically speaking. Repeat. Finance manager.
Finance manager.
Here we have the first position in a firm, the finance manager, the person in charge of the finances. He is the person that manages, that controls all the matters related to the finance, the money that is invested. The finance manager is responsible for the money that is invested. Repeat. To fulfill.
To fulfill.
Correct. To fulfill is to put into practice, to be effective, when you follow an order. If you say that I have to do something and I put it into practice effectively, I'm fulfilling what you requested. And when I can fulfill something, it probably goes right. Repeat. General manager.
General manager.
General manager. This is probably the boss. General gives us an idea of total control of the company, or almost proposed this because he has other managers that also decide, but he's the head. Let's say that he's the head. Repeat, to go ahead.
To go ahead.
To go ahead, to continue, to carry on, to go forward. Okay? To go ahead. To go up.
To go up.
To go up here in business has to do with an increase. When something starts to increase, it goes up. If the investment, if it was not properly invested, if the money was not correctly invested, if it was a bad investment, if it was not cost effective, probably it goes down. So every company has its ups and downs, okay? Of course that the finance manager will try to be intelligent, to invest the money wisely so that the company goes up, so that investment is cost effective. All right, repeat. To go up.
To go up.
Ah yes, we said that. To increase.
To increase.
It's a synonym. To go up and to increase are synonyms. To go up or to increase. To go down or to decrease. Okay? So you have two antonyms. Or you have a pair of antonyms. The first two antonyms, to go up or to go down. This is more usual. Or, if you like a more specific language, to increase and to decrease. Okay? In hand.
In hand.
In hand. Look. How much do I have in hand to invest? What do I have in hand so that I can work with? Okay, repeat. To lose.
To lose.
To lose. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Of course that companies that have a very good structure, they are trying to win. They are trying to make money. They are trying to reach the target or to beat the target. But there are times when they lose. And when they lose, they have to set up an appointment, a meeting, so that they discuss what went wrong and make new plans for the company. Repeat. To make a profit.
To make a profit.
Look at my hand. To make a profit, to make money. You invest, it's lucrative, you make a profit. The profit is the money you made in case of a good investment. Okay, old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Yes. Modern fashion, the clothes that the people are wearing nowadays, jeans, denim, stamped shirts, and also old-fashioned clothes. Some people think that Englishmen and English women dress in an old-fashioned way. But here also about the decisions that they take in a company. Some things are considered old-fashioned. Some things are considered new ideas. All right? Repeat after me. To provide.
To provide.
To provide money. Sometimes the government provides money to a company to help that company go ahead, maybe because it's going to be lucrative and they are going to pay high taxes to the government. Sometimes other companies provide some help to a specific company because they depend on one another. It's like SEMP Toshiba. SEMP is a company, Toshiba is another company, but SEMP provided some technology, exchanged some technology, and also provided some help to Toshiba. So there were some equipment, some appliances, SEMP Toshiba. Of course that one company provided help and technology to another company. In English, we are not studying this now, but this is called a joint venture. When we studied about business some time ago, joint venture is when two companies join forces for one project. And of course they provide help and technology and support to one another. Repeat. To retire.
To retire.
When I talk about work and business, to retire sometimes means to stop working. Just because you are too old, because you decide to stop working, you think that's the end of your career, you have done what you wanted to do, you have fulfilled your profession and your purposes, and then you are old and tired, you decide to retire. Retirement is different in some countries. In Brazil, people retire when they are over 60. Maybe in other countries they retire when they are younger. Okay? And also the benefits of retirement. Repeat. To rocket.
To rocket.
Rocket. Well, literally, rocket is like it's like those they send to space. That's a rocket. But here in business, when I say that, for example, the business went up like a rocket. It rocketed the market. It means that it was a complete success because sales went up like a rocket. I read some time ago that Lady Gaga hit the pop music market like a rocket. It means that her ascension was fast. Okay? And in the case of business, it can also happen. Repeat, sale. Sales. This is the purpose of any big company. Sales must be high. Sales can't be low. Okay? Because if sales go low, if the profit goes down, then the company gets into serious problems, serious trouble. The managers have to set up a meeting, discuss new strategies, new plans, to see how they can revert this situation. All right, sales and its targets. Repeat, sales manager.
Sales manager.
Another manager in a company. The person responsible for the sales, responsible for the products, so that the products have good sales. They sell well. There are things that are difficult to sell. Depending on the market, they have to make a market analysis. They have to analyze the market to see if it's the right time to release that product. Because if sales go bad, if the sales go badly, then it can be very prejudicial to the company in a whole. All right, but the sales manager and probably somebody responsible for market analysis will come to a conclusion if sales are going well or if they may go badly. Repeat: share.
Share.
Share. A share is a part of the company. Some people buy shares of a lot of companies. Apple, Microsoft, Nike, Sony, because they believe in the success of these companies. So they buy these shares, and the shares become more lucrative as the company grows. But if the company goes bad, and if the sales fall below target, the shares may devaluate, and if the shares devaluate, then it was a bad investment. But if you invest in companies that are very successful, the chance that the shares will always go up, will always be lucrative, will always make money, is very important. It's a good investment. Repeat after me: spending. Spending of money on business, spending of resources, spending of time, spending of investment. When you run a company, all these things are taken into consideration. Okay? Repeat: strength. Look at me. Strength. When you work hard, when you work in a company, and you wake up in the morning, you have an agenda to fulfill. You have meetings to attend to. You have decisions to take. You have plans to put into practice. You need a lot of strength, and you need a lot of disposition and enthusiasm. Working in big companies is not something that everyone can do. Some people can learn how to do this. Some people can be trained to do this. They are called trainees. And those that train these people are called trainers. In the recruitment section and in the training section, they become workers in a big company. But there's the trial basis. If you are a good employee, after the trial basis, you show that you are competent, that you are responsible, that you are effective, and then you become an employee, part of the staff. And you have the chance of either growing, being promoted in the company, or if you become a bad employee, if you become irresponsible, or if you don't show enough strength and courage at work, you can be demoted, promoted, or demoted when you go to a lower position. Promoted when you go to a higher position in the company, when you grow in the company. And demoted when you go to a lower position. And strength determination, courage, disposition, all these things help a good employee, a good worker in a company. Repeat, up to date.
Up to date.
Up to date means that you have the latest information. You know what to do at that moment. You are informed about what to do. The contrary of up to date is out to date. Out to date is because you are not looking up for information. You don't know what are the latest news. You are not informed about what to do at the moment. You have only old information. This means out to date. Okay, let's repeat this vocabulary. Repeat it after me. And then we are going to listen to the audio. Advertising.
Advertising.
To back.
To back.
To beat.
To beat.
To delay.
To delay.
To figure.
To figure.
Finance manager.
Finance manager.
To fulfill.
To fulfill.
General manager.
General manager.
To go ahead.
To go ahead.
To increase.
To increase.
In hand.
In hand.
To lose.
To lose.
To make a profit.
To make a profit.
Old-fashioned.
Old-fashioned.
Product manager.
Product manager.
To provide.
To provide.
To retire.
To retire.
To rocket.
To rocket.
Sale.
Sale.
Sales manager.
Sales manager.
Share.
Share.
Spending.
Spending.
Strength.
Strength.
Up to date.
Up to date.
Okay, so that's over with this vocabulary. English for special purposes.